Okay, call this workshop meeting to order at 4 p.m. on May 10th, 2022. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, roll call. Our new speakers are working.
Supervisor Patrick?
Here.
Here.
All right, thank you. And I'll only say this because he posted on Facebook, but Peter Wayner's not here tonight. He lost his father. So our thoughts and prayers are with him, and hopefully he's able to spend time with his family here. And Patrina Freeman let us know this afternoon that she will not be here for personal reasons. So, all right, we have a bunch of items to review for the May 17th town board meeting. We'll now review the agenda items. We'll start with the financial report. Diana? Is Diana here? Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you. The 2022 financial results for the town as of April 30th. Total expenses, actual as well as encumbered, are $12,609,000, or 31.9% of budget, which is lower than the 33.3% of the year that has elapsed. The breakdown is actual expenses, $9,692,000, and encumbered expenses, $2,917,000. Encumbrances represent 7.4% of expenditures as departments establish and commit to commodities, services, and supplies that will be needed during the year. The general fund expenses are below budget at 31.5%, or $7,816,000. The breakdown is actual expenditures, $6,091,000, and encumbrances, $1,725,000. In aggregate, the expenses in the highway funds are $1,849,000, or 32.6% of budget, on par with the 33.3% of the year that has elapsed. Encumbrances account for $546,000, or 9.6%, and include fuel, salt, paving materials, and equipment parts. Expenditures in the library of $983,000, or 35.2% of budget. Actual expenses of $974,000 include a bonded debt payment for the library construction of $481,000. The sewer fund expenses are 32.7% of budget, equating to $1,334,000. Actual expenses total $922,000, or 22.6% of budget, and encumbrances of $412,000 account for the remaining 10.1%. The expenses in the stormwater drainage total $225,000, 24.4% of budget. Actual expenses are $126,000, while encumbrances total $99,000. The general fund revenue is $13,457,000, or 55.6% of budget. At the end of April, the town has received $11,797,000 of real estate tax, 100% of budget. 76.1%, or $219,000, of payment in lieu of tax revenue has been received. Recreation has verified $263,000 of revenue, equating to 30.2% of budget. Regarding the entire town, $25,425,000, or 65.5% of revenue and appropriated fund balance has been received to date. Approximately $18,166,000 of the amount received is real estate tax. At month end, the library has received $2,713,000, or 97.3% of its budgeted revenue. Cumulative highway receipts of $4,005,000 have been documented, representing 70.8% of budget. The sewer fund has received $3,910,000, or 97.9% of that fund's budget. 97.7% of stormwater drainage fund receipts have been received, totaling $856,000. In addition, American Rescue funds of $11,227,000 were received in May of 2021. A second payment is expected in 2022. The use of this funding is restricted for the response to and relief of COVID-19 and can be used to cover costs incurred through December 31st, 2024. To date, approximately $5.6 million has been allocated to projects. A special revenue fund has been established to account for these funds. This concludes the financial report for the month of April 2022.
Thank you. Any questions or concerns? All right, next we'll move on for approval of minutes. We have draft minutes for the workshop meeting of April 12th, 2022, and the regular meeting of April 26th, 2022. Does the board have any concerns about the minutes? All right, we have one public hearing for this month's regular town board meeting. The public hearing will be concerning the adoption of the Arundecoit 2022 Development Block Grant Program. Diana, do you want to touch on that real quick, or?
Okay, so this will be our second public hearing regarding the Community Development Block Grant Program. This will allow the community a chance to speak regarding the program, and then there will be a resolution following the public hearing to adopt the 2022 spending plan for the Community Development Block Grant. The final allocation is still not known from HUDGA. I do have, I am, reached out to them. I have not heard back. So the plan that we have is based on the current allocation for 2021.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
Also, the estimated amount you have here, Diana, 906, that's from
That's what we received.
last year, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Question,
Yep.
Mr. Supervisor. Diana, have we had any other inquiries or comments, staff, holding that open for another month?
I have not received any.
Thank you.
Okay, and we did hold this open to give more input. Okay, perfect. All right, we have several items for board action. Madam Clerk, you want to read the first item?
First item is the appointment of a provisional full-time office account clerk in the Comptroller's Department.
Okay, Jason?
Thank you. The full-time office account clerk was needed in the comptroller's office. We canvassed the eligible list. Did not get a good turnout there, so we put that out to the public for a posting. We received some applications, and the comptroller did interviews and would like to appoint Tammy Riedel provisionally. Tammy will have to take the exam when it comes up again.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments? All right, next item.
Is the appointment of a permanent full-time assistant to the Comptroller.
Okay, Jason?
This would appoint Courtney Manuzak permanently. She was appointed provisionally, I think, in December of 2019. So she took the exam at the end of last year, and she scored in the top 3.
Great, thanks. Courtney's done a great job. Excited that she's now going to be permanent. Anybody else? Okay, next item.
Next item is the appointment of a part-time recreation assistant in the Recreation Department.
Okay, Katrina, do you want to go with this one?
Yep, so this is, her name is Mary Lou Ignizio, if I said that correctly. She will work in our fitness center, filling that early morning position and weekend evening position that seems to rotate a lot. So she's retired and she's looking for something a little bit more consistent, so she knows what to expect.
Perfect. Any comments, concerns? All right, next item.
Appointment of a full-time recreation supervisor in the Recreation Department.
Okay, Katrina.
Sure. So we are bringing the name Jesse Morano forward. He comes to us from Chi-Li. We did canvass the current rec supervisor list. We interviewed 3 candidates, and he is reachable. He comes to us with the most experience, having worked at Chi-Li for the last 8 years, specifically in youth, which is what this position would fill as our youth recreation supervisor. And I did put his resumes on your packets.
Okay, I sat through 2 of the 3 interviews, and Jesse was impressive, and I thought the 2 that I sat in were very good candidates, but I look forward to him coming on board, and he does have experience in other rec centers and community centers. So, anyone else? Okay, next item.
Next item is a settlement agreement with Morgan Northside Manor.
Okay, Amy?
With,
Oh, sorry. You
no,
fin-
with
Okay.
assessor, I was going to
All
say.
right, you got it. Sorry. Go ahead, Amy.
So, this resolution would authorize a settlement with Morgan Northside Manor for their tax certiorari proceedings that have been brought against the town between 2017 and 2021. When commercial properties dispute their assessments and are not satisfied with the grievance process, so they can file a judicial review for their assessment. It's also called an Article 7 proceeding, or also known as an Article 7 proceeding. This property is a 70-unit apartment complex located on Portland Avenue. The settlement would lower the assessment for 2022 to $1.95 million from $2,470,800, which is where it currently sits. A full market value of $3 million would then hold for 2023, 2024, and 2025 assessment rolls. No refunds would need to be paid, as the prior years are not changing with this settlement. And at this time, we are waiting for some language changes with the settlement. That's not been ironed out quite yet. Hopefully, our attorney is working on it. Hopefully we'll have it before next week. If not, I'm gonna pull it just because it needs to be ironed out first, so, but I hope we're gonna have it. And as soon as I have it, I'll forward it to everybody.
Okay, thank you. That would have been my only question, is tabling it or pulling it for, till we get the wording, so. Anybody else?
A quick question that you can clarify, probably more for the public, so maybe we can talk about this next week, but how does this mesh with school tax?
So, I don't understand what you're asking.
Valuing that property.
So that means that they will be paying less for their school taxes.
So it's across the board.
It's across the board. It's school tax, town tax, county, it's all their tax bills.
Hiccup in understanding for some of the public.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when the assessment is reduced for any property, it's reduced for the school bills and the town and county bills as well.
Is there any time that the school has to approve that, or no?
So the school district does approve the settlements.
Gotcha.
East Arundecoit in particular. We have East Arundecoit, does have to be on board with the settlement, and they are on board with this particular settlement, so they are aware of what will happen. West Arundecoit sometimes intervenes, but East Arundecoit always does, in
Okay.
terms of them having to be on board before we can approve anything and move forward.
Gotcha.
I think there was some misinformation in the community that we did things that the school district and East Arundecoit had no partnership or say in. So if you can clarify that, we're doing that together as part of the assessment.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. John, anything?
No, I'm good.
All right, next item?
Next item is authorizing capital lease financing agreement with someone. I've got a question mark here for One International Dump Plow Truck for the Bureau of Public Works.
All right, Diana?
Okay, so this resolution would authorize the financing agreement for a dump plow truck that Public Works has obtained. The truck was authorized to be purchased early 2021, but was received in April of this year. So this is a second piece. Tonight, we have a resolution coming before the board to authorize the leasing. So this is the second piece to authorize the agreement
Gotcha.
for the lease.
Okay. All right, any questions? All right, next item?
Next item is establishing a standard workday for retirement reporting purposes from Human Resources.
Okay. Okay, perfect, thank you. Any questions on that? Okay,
The next two resolutions are from ICAT. The first one is authorizing intermunicipal agreement for cable access television with West Arundecoit Central School District.
and here he comes. Mike Moss.
Hi. So this is the West Arundecoit one?
Yes.
All right, it's like the same thing we voted on for East Arundecoit back in October. Just establishes our intermunicipal agreement, so they pay us for some of the upgraded equipment and time on iCare,
Okay, thank you.
or iCat.
Okay. And just so the public knows that there are apps now for
Yes.
ICAT, right?
Yep, we're on Apple TV, we're on Roku, and Amazon Fire TV.
Perfect. I knew that was a question the district had, and it's good to know that family members or friends can watch different things out of town, so.
Absolutely.
All right, next,
Tune in.
fun and exciting. All right, next,
So
next
this-
item.
The second resolution from ICAT is authorizing the integration of social media management program.
Okay, Mike Moss.
This one is just authorizing the payment of, it's about $1,500 to purchase Loomly. Loomly is a thing that'll take all of our social media platforms throughout the town, put it under one umbrella, and make it easier to post on, some approval processes, as well as just, oversight, and then there's analytics to make sure we're doing it right and doing it at the right times and with the right people.
Yeah, so one of the goals is to increase communication and transparency through the town. We've been working diligently on increasing our social media presence, and this will help considerably in that fashion. We're also trying to team departments together so that the word is getting out as many ways as possible. Okay, any other comments, questions on that? All right, next item.
The next four are from the police department, the first one declaring surplus property time clocks.
Chief?
Yeah, so we have 5 time clocks that are broken and antiquated that have just been sitting around the office that we found recently while we were cleaning up, and like to declare those surplus.
What's the demand for broken clocks nowadays?
They'll be going to the junkyard.
Junkyard, all right.
We'll get more there.
All right, thanks. All right, next
Okay.
item.
The second one is amending Resolution 2019-192, authorizing acceptance of grant funding and memorandum of understanding.
Chief?
So this one is from 2019. The town board approved the acceptance of $25,000 through the Stone Garden grant. The federal government was kind enough to increase that by $3,181 to $28,181 that we have to use by August. So we're going to be working on some details with the Stone Garden now that we have it.
Great. Any comments? All right, next item.
The third one, resolution is establishing traffic control devices, Culver and Brookdale.
Chief?
Yep. So this is in regards to the new gas station that's going in at Culver and 104, as well as the apartment complex. Monroe County DOT did a study, and they're installing a traffic control device, so we just need to accept that at the town level for the installation of that on a county road.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, comments? Okay, next item.
And the police last resolution is authorizing the attendance to CVSA training.
Okay, Chief?
Yep. So this would authorize Investigator Soprano to attend the Certified Examiner's course for computer voice stress analysis. It's a investigative tool that we use when we're interviewing folks, just to kind of gauge their stress level and help us determine if they're involved in incidents or not. It's a budgeted item. It's being held at Niagara Community College, June 27th to July 1st.
Okay, questions or comments?
Quick question,
Yeah.
Chief, is this something that they can come back and then share with other officers?
They would not be able to share the training that they received, but what they'll be able to do is utilize that training if the other officers need their assistance. It's not an instructor's course; it's a user course only.
Thank you. All right, next item.
There's 2 resolutions from Public Works. The first one authorizing the acceptance of a gift of a cherry tree.
Okay, Aaron?
Let me take care.
There, now it works.
Oh, we got it. There we go.
Yeah, you had it banging around a little bit.
So this resolution would accept the cherry tree that was planted in conjunction with our Arbor Day ceremony last week, which I thought went really well. The Horticulture Associates of Rochester generously donated the tree for our ceremony.
Okay, great. So if we don't accept this, we gotta dig it back up and give it back? Okay, all right, perfect. All right, any questions or comments? All right, thank you. Next item?
Second resolution is concerning the award of bid for Amaridge Park Pump Station replacement and increasing the award of American Rescue Plan Act funding.
Okay, Aaron?
Yeah, thank you. So this resolution, I sent an email to the board, but this resolution would award the contract to CP Ward, which we are still, we are vetting them through our engineers just because the dynamic nature of this construction. This site is in a very challenging site and soil, so that's where the increased engineering and dollars and funding are needed to make this project happen. But I just feel really strongly about getting this pump station off our back. This is our last confined space entry, and because of some of the issues that we've had with this pump station in the past have come to light now. This is why it's a constructability engineering issue, which is why I just really would like to get this off our plate and get it more in line with our other pump stations for maintenance going forward.
Okay, thank you. Kimmy, any questions? Did you have a question on this?
Quick comment,
Yeah.
no, I'm 100% behind this. Not only do we need this because it's infrastructural and it's a piece of infrastructure we need to update, but the whole confined spaces. So anybody that works in the health and safety field, who's ever worked in a confined space, we need to have less of these for our folks. So thank you for that there.
Okay, yep, thanks, Aaron. All right, next item?
Two resolutions for recreation. The first one authorizing the supervisor to enter into various contracts with vendors for youth, family, adult, group exercise, and senior recreational programming for summer of 2022.
Okay, Katrina?
Okay, so yeah, this is a seasonal resolution that brings forward all the summer programs we would like to offer through contractors. And all of the programs are listed in your packet, and they all begin at the earliest in June.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments?
Are these programs that folks have already registered for or are they in the process of registering?
So we've started to open registration, so they've just begun.
Okay, anything else, John?
No, I'm good.
All right, next item?
Authorizing the supervisor to enter into a personal trainer payment structure.
Okay, Katrina?
So we've had some interest in personal training at the community center. So our fitness coordinator outlined a pay structure. These are budgeted expenses and revenue lines in the current budget. And so the payment structure is in your packet, and once they're approved, we can start offering these to the public.
Katrina, where are you getting the personal trainers from? I mean, we have them here on
Sure,
staff?
so they'll be contractors. Ryan, our fitness coordinator, is contracting them out just based on his connections from the YMCA and just his inner circle being a personal trainer himself. He's going out and getting personal trainers.
We don't have any right now on board.
No, he could do it, but we'd like to be able to offer more options and more times. So he has started to meet with people to talk about it and engage them in conversations.
Okay.
Will Ryan also be doing, you said he can do it.
He can,
but
yeah,
will
during the day, and if he's there in the evening, but this gives people more options since he can't do all of them.
Okay, and then similar to other contracted programs, and sorry if I missed it, but do they have to be members of the fitness to do personal training? So like if you're, if you want to come in and do yoga, you don't have to be a member.
Correct, you can pay. It's
You
a
can pay.
kind of an à la carte. You
Okay.
pay, and we make 50% of the revenue. The town makes 50% of the revenue and pays out 50% to
Gotcha.
the
Okay.
instructor.
Okay. All right, any other questions or comments on that?
It's a good option.
All right. Next item?
Under supervisor, authorizing entry into professional services agreement with Pathway Vet Alliance, doing business as veterinary specialists and emergency service.
All right, as everybody knows, we've lost our, the ability to, keep dogs at, where was it?
Pittsford.
Pittsford. They took that away, so we've been, scrambling for the last little while. We've actually had some dogs, downstairs temporarily, so this will allow us to go in. I think Andrew has some more detail on it.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So this agreement's with Pathway. It allows for the overnight and weekend boarding of animals. This contract's been a long time in the works, and I just think it's a good development for the town to have an overnight and weekend boarder provider for dogs and cats.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Kimmy or John? Okay, next item?
Next item is under Town Clerk, and that is a special event license for Erase the Juneteenth celebration. And we're in the midst of doing all the paperwork, and hopefully all the approvals will be in by next week.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments on this? No, there's been some interesting misinformation about our Juneteenth events. Erase is one that did it last year here on campus. They'll do it again. I've had several meetings and conversations with them about Juneteenth and other events, and thrilled that they're doing this, and look forward to attending it myself. Anybody else? All right, next item.
A tabled item that we put on the agenda, authorizing the supervisor to enter into various contracts with vendors for the town's Juneteenth celebration.
All right, this was tabled, came up for a late resolution prior to the last board meeting. There was some things that I'd been asking iCare for the last few weeks and had not received. I was not comfortable voting on this till I got more information and did some research. So I'll give a brief explanation and kind of, where we stand with this. So at the end of the meeting, Councilwoman, and I will repeat this in any situation or any place. Obviously, Patrina's unfortunately not able to be here tonight. I will give the same background at the board meeting, and anyone that wants to meet and discuss and get the facts on this, I am open and willing to meet. At the end of the meeting, Patrina Freeman made it known that this is not a town event that she is organizing. It is an iCare event, and with that brings some difficulty. As many know, iCare was formed. There was a proclamation of support. In that proclamation, there's nothing listing support as financial. Also, it was never brought forth by the past supervisor to make this a town commission. Therefore, it is a citizen commission. Although not specifically authorized by statute, the town boards may appoint one or more citizen committees to advise them on particular matters. The town board cannot delegate its authority or authorize the spending of public monies by private individuals. Thus, citizen committees are advisory only. Their makeup can vary in size and may include one or more members of existing boards or bodies of the town. For example, a town may set up a master plan advisory committee of local citizens with expertise in land issues and appoint a chairman of the planning board to the committee and a town board member as an ad hoc member. I also have an email verifying that from the past supervisor to another employee that this is an ad hoc committee, and it was never brought forth to the board to vote to become a town entity. Therefore, it becomes very challenging for us to spend tax dollars for this particular group. The group is always invited to participate in our planning of our events and give their advice and advise on it, and we welcome that from them and any other group in town. We want, as a town, if we're putting on an event of such manner, we want to make sure we include other groups and other residents as we want it to be an successful program. We cannot isolate other groups and only open this up to certain members of the community. We want to be open to work with everyone. I've requested a meeting several times with Patrina. I received, and at the end of the board meeting, I requested that, again, that we meet. I invited Patrina and the current, the presence of, or who was present at the meeting, that they're more than welcome to join Patrina. She can bring her own representation to that meeting if she feels fit. I did not get any response. I did get a response from another head on 5/2/2022 asking me some questions. And the questions were, why is the planning of Juneteenth celebration be taken away from iCare and the only black elected official in our town's government? We did not take away any ability for her to assist in planning this event, but there are concerns that need to be addressed. I cannot discuss those concerns publicly, as employees and others are, involved. So I would be happy to discuss that with her in person and explain that to any member of ICARE at any time. Why was the resolution authorizing the supervisor to enter into various contracts with vendors at the Juneteenth event? Again, as a town event, we have money in our budget to run our town event through money in, money out. But if this is an ICARE event, as Council Member Freeman pointed out at the end of the meeting, then that raises the problem of funding a group's private events. Nowhere, shape, or form do we hope to or want to discourage ICARE from hosting a Juneteenth event. They are more than welcome. I will be emailing them tomorrow with the requirements that and the necessary items that are needed to hold an event here, and we encourage them to have their event. The town is working with other groups and other members. We believe that this is an important holiday for the town to recognize and to support, and we will continue to do that. Our efforts with anti-racism, will be put into full effort, and have never been talked about diminishing that effort within the community. We have some great things. We have some great relationships forming, and we look forward to that. And again, making Irondequoit the diverse community it is, making it better for everybody, and representing all 50,000 plus residents here in town, which is our goal. It's unfortunate what's gone on, and but it will not deter myself or the town from continuing our efforts in this area. So again, I will repeat these. Unfortunately, Patrina's not here tonight, but I will be happy to repeat this at the board meeting. I will repeat this whenever and wherever necessary, and we'll continue to work on this. And ICARE is freely able to operate. To my knowledge, and during my time, the proclamation has not been honored from their aspect of what the group is supposed to be doing and advising and working with the board. And I can't speak for the time that I was not here. But if the board or if the members of ICARE want to take this and move it to a possible town entity, then I'd be happy to discuss that and what needs to happen, and an understanding of how that will operate going forward. But as is, it's not. It's been a distraction. It's been contradictory to the mission, and we want to move forward. We have a lot of business here in town, and we have groups and people that are willing to work together and bring this community together, not work through divisive methods. So I think it's very important that that we work together and not divisive. So I'm willing to work with any group on any matter, no matter race, gender, sexual orientation, what political party. I will work with anybody and anywhere, anytime that their efforts are to make this town better. So we will, continue to honor and work towards those efforts. So at this time, I'm pulling this resolution. It will not be up for board vote next Tuesday. We cannot fund a private group. If the ICARE group wants to come and work together, they can, and we will not be canceling Juneteenth event. We will be working around ICARE and ERASES events, and hopefully the town is supportive of it and attends as many events and as many things that we have here. So, anybody else have any questions or comments on this? So, okay, next item.
The first one, workshop number 1, authorizing capital lease financing of one international dump plow truck for the Bureau of Public Works.
Okay, motion to adopt? Move. Okay, second, yep, that's all we got. So, all right. Diana?
Okay, so this is the resolution, the first resolution to go with, excuse me, the one that will be presented at the meeting next week. This is for the plow truck that Public Works ordered in 2021. It was received in April of 2022. This will authorize the financing with JP Morgan Equipment Finance. Requests for quotes were sent out and received, and JP Morgan Financing came in with the lowest quote.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments? All right, all in favor say aye. 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 All opposed say nay. Okay, this resolution has been adopted. Next item.
Item number 2, authorizing the temporary appointment of 3 full-time seasonal laborers in the Department of Public Works.
Okay, motion to adopt. Move. Second. Okay. This is
This is me.
Aaron. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This resolution would just authorize the appointment of 3 seasonal laborers into our, workforce for this summer. So I appreciate your taking this at the workshop because we're very eager to get more bodies out in the road. So thank
Okay.
you.
Perfect.
How many do we have? Is this the first 3?
So we did,
You brought back
we brought back some, so this is 3, and so this would add 3 more, so 6, and we still do, if you know of anyone, we still do have some opening slots.
Okay, perfect.
I think we're ahead of last year. We have 4 last year.
We're already double where we were last year, so that's
Yeah.
great news.
Yeah, similar to the rest of the job market, obviously. All right.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Okay, this resolution has been adopted.
Item number 3, appointing initials, commissioners, and treasurer to the Arundequoit Fire District.
Okay, motion to adopt.
Move.
Second. Okay. Andrew.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So this is, the culmination of a long process by these 2 fire districts. Ridge Culver and Laurelton Fire District have engaged in the procedure under the New York Government Reorganization and Citizen Empowerment Act to consolidate their 2 fire districts. Last month, the town board authorized a memorandum of understanding, and that memorandum of understanding committed the town to appointing these 5 initial commissioners. So the 2 fire districts held a public hearing on May 5th. The public approved, or after the public. Thanks.
You got it. That's what I'm here for, Andrew.
After the public hearing, each fire district approved the joint consolidation agreement. So, this would let the commission get up and running, and these 5 initial commissioners would hold terms until the end of the year, and there'd be election to elect their successors.
All right, and I did get an email questioning the process here, and so just to quickly explain it, obviously, the board has the authority to appoint these commissioners. I've met with several members of both fire departments. They gave me a list of recommended names, which I took to the board. We had a chance for public input. The board members had a chance to ask questions or any concerns about the commissioners that the board wanted to name. And last board meeting, the board members did not have any questions as far as I remember, so that these 5 board members are now able to be voted on, and they are temporary placements until I believe January, end of December, January, where they will hold an election, and at that time there could be 5 new commissioners, 1 new commissioner, or any number in between. So everything was followed to the T, and I did get one other letter of interest outside of the 5 commissioners that we named, and decided that the 5 commissioners were satisfactory to the board, and the board did not have any questions on that. So, any other questions or comments from board members?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Supervisor, I'll just add, and I forgot to mention this in my initial summary, we're also appointing a treasurer. So the 5 initial commissioners, and then also the initial treasurer of the Arundecoit Fire District.
Okay, thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. All right, this concludes our workshop meeting of May 10th, 2022. Our next regular town board meeting is Tuesday, May 17th at 7 p.m. in the Broderick Room. Thank you. Motion to close. I'm sorry. Motion to close. Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Okay, sorry. Restrike the gavel.